Alright, so my trimmer or weed whacker stopped feeding the line, or it ran out of line. I'm going to open this up and show you how to solve this problem. Okay, for safety purposes, the first thing you want to do is remove your power source or your battery. So I'm going to depress here and then pull it out. So now that you remove the power source, the next thing you want to do is remove the end cap. There's a tab on both sides. You're going to use both of your hands to press or depress those tabs. That'll pop the end cap loose. Before you pull the cap away, make sure you secure the spool inside, and then look at your cap. You want to make sure the spring is there as well. If any of this ever breaks on you, I can tell you where you can get replacements. This is what we're going to focus on next, because you need to remember three things with the spool: the orientation, the arrow, and how the line feeds through the eyelet from the inside of the housing. Okay, so the three things you want to note. 1, all of the lettering here and wording faces you. 2, the arrow direction tells you which way to re-spool the line back on the spool. And 3, note that the re-spooled line inserts into the eyelet from the inside of the housing, coming the tag end out towards the trimmer. Let's remove this. I'm going to pull this out. I'll keep the face up, and then we'll go to this part. This here is important to check. This is the automatic feeder of the line. If it's full of crud or debris, you want to clean that out and make sure there's no restrictions. So once you've removed the spool, you may not have any line left, but if you do have a small tag end, just take a look at how it's left in the spool, pull it through the groove. You may need a pair of pliers or needle nose, and then you'll pull it out through the securing column, which is right here. I'll show this to you in a second. This column right here, it fits inside, and then it locks in this little groove here. So just pull that out. And now I'm going to show you how to re-spool the line back on the spool. You have two different line columns. Either one will work. You're just going to fit that in. Sometimes you may have to pinch down the end just to get it to fit in the hole. There we go. So it fits down through the column. And now I'm going to wind it in this kind of locking mechanism here. Just press it in. There we go. And then this is where the arrow comes in. It's telling me to wind in this direction. So that's where I'm going to secure it here. It's locked in, and now I'm going to begin to wind it in the direction that the arrow indicated. Okay, so once you don't want to fill the spool, but just a little bit below the area. This is enough for now. It'll last me quite a while. But the idea is, once you have enough line, you're going to need a pair of dikes or cutters, something, so you can cut the line. So once you've got your housing all cleaned out, you re-spooled your line, just leave a small tag end. You don't want it too long. It's going to smack the edge and it'll snap off. So just a small tag end. and then letters out. I'm going to make sure I put the line through the eyelet from the inside of the housing. So that's from the inside going out. Push that down. Now grab your cap. And then I'm going to lock this in. Snap this in. There you go. There's my line. It's already locked and engaged. And now I need to put the battery back in. Snap that back in. And my gloves back on. Put my goggles back on. Got this secured. Battery's in. Now I'm going to turn it on. And now you're back in business. Time to get back to work.